say beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder. The splendor in this part of Taita Taveta County goes without saying. Tsavo West National Park is home to thousands of elephants, lions, zebras, antelopes and several species of birds. At Tsavo, you can feed these pretty birds from the palm of your hands. Buffaloes would walk in herds from one side of the Tsavo West National Park to the other and have stopovers at the water holes to quench their thirst. You see, their lifestyle is interesting. One herd forming one family will hardly come close to another herd of a different family. The spectacle captured from one of the most photographed lodges in the world. Built in 1970s, the lodge captures your attention at the Tsavo West National Park. Thousands of tourists from Poland are said to visit this area year in, year out. Here, visitors are mostly interested in the wildlife product and the history of the First World War. The World War I took place at Maktau in Taita Taveta County. At least 2 million Africans are believed to have been involved in the war, which was the longest in East Africa.
By Mr. James Wilson, who actually has written a book called Guerrillas of Tsavo. He was manager in this hotel, but for 35 years, he's been doing research on World War I. So he got to find all these sites. And even in his book, you'll find his acknowledgement. Of course, whatever we found at the sites, like the bullet shells and whatever, still we had to take them back to Europe to be authenticated that they're actually World War I items. So we went to many sites, and the very conspicuous sites are the Mashoti Fort, the Picket Hill, the Rhodesia Hill, and the Mzima Fort. So all these items which you find in the museum were actually found there. And then we brought them here. So after we got quite a number of items, we said, why don't we come up with a museum? Because the first battlefield site is about 1 kilometer from here.
Many were recruited as soldiers, but a majority of them worked as porters, carrying ammunition, food and other supplies for both British and the African sides. In Taveta, there are graves for victims of the First World War.
And out of that, a number of interesting things emerged. I mean, unknown to all of us, but apparently the first aeroplane to ever fly in East or Central Africa flew out of this county. So indeed, we're also engaging there, even with the military, and there's a lot of interest, to expand that, so that we can have more people coming to relieve what occurred during World War I.
Taita Taveta remains one of the counties where history meets leisure and nature. Besides playing host to one of the most photographed lodges in the world, Taita Taveta County has the beauty of Taita Hills blended with nature, as well as the connection with the wild animals, with more tourists making bookings and inquiries for holidays. Irene Muchuma-Odim, Medical Science in the county of Taita Taveta.